Yo, welcome back to the Scale Drift Project. Damn guys, damn it, I'm late. Well, not a year late, but late, regardless late. I had to spend some time with an amazing lady. That should be excuse enough. First things first, you guys should do me a solid. Click that thumbs up button, comment, share, and subscribe. I ask only because good quality content isn't enough these days in that YouTube world. So, help a brother out. Let's see if we can get this episode 1,000 thumbs ups. Alright, back to business. On this episode of the Scale Drift Project, well, we keep on trucking. On last week's episode, I revealed the 180 SX Nissan body and the R31 rear-wheel drive GRT chassis from Eagle Racing Japan. I designed side skirts in 3D and printed them out. I screwed them in the stock battery compartment locations. These are still prototypes. The finals will probably be printed out of black ABS, or maybe a dark bronze. It's a slight hint of what car I'm building a replica of. Keep guessing, guys. Some of you know, some of you don't. I wish it was Moog's 180, that would have been sweet. Good guess, but totally incorrect. If anybody knows where to find a legacy Super Gramps Lexan body, let a brother know, because that would be sweet. Let's start this episode off with some parts. Here you can see I managed to keep most of the components in my car Trackstar. I opted for a 13.5T brushless censored motor. I also got a 60 amp Trackstar on-road ESC. Going with the usual 6-channel receiver for my app radio. To see how to hack this $40 radio to have up to 8 channels, check out my DIY video linked above and below. Also, I use the Trackstar D-Spec gyro. It's also fixing my shitty driving skills, so that's a bonus. The servo is, you guessed it, Trackstar. Didn't break the bank, so I'll just leave it at that. It didn't break the bank. Those are the bare essentials for any RC car. Only thing left is the battery and any other auxiliary things like body lights and other servos, the magic of which I will not spoil just yet. But speaking of spoilers, follow me on Instagram daily for early SDP content. I try to post as often as I can. So if you want spoilers, check me out on Instagram. The Scale Drift Project's starting to look really sweet. Those race buckets look mental through that windshield. Especially if that windshield also had a fucking dashboard. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. It's rhetorical. Speaking of Recaros, as most of you know, I'm giving away a set of 3D printed 1/10 scale Recaro seats every episode. The Scale Drift Project. This week's seats go to, it's a Humble RC. That's Humble RC. Hey Humble, I can't send you a PM on YouTube, so send me a private message on YouTube and I'll get your address from you. You ask yourself, how can I be entered to win a pair of these sweet racing seats for my kick-ass mini ride? Well, it's turbo fucking simple. Comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. That's it, you bastards. That's all you gotta do. Anyway, back to it. Here is the virtual version of the 3D dash before I printed it. I left out a section to slot in a steering servo for the steering wheel, which I also printed. So that's pretty rad, and it's pretty super cool. I don't know, that's what you kids... Whatever. Also, screw bulky servo splitters. I whipped this up in 5 minutes. It lets me split the receiver signal to 2 servos. And it doesn't look like a mess of wires. So that's a bonus. On to the body kit. Now I have to admit, I'm pretty nervous about cutting up a perfectly good Lexan body. I know a few tricks, but I feel like the skills that pay the bills come from years of practice. I started with the rear because I thought it would be the easiest. I was right. Most of this process was done by scoring the Lexan with an X-Acto knife and gently tearing the plastic along the score line. This works great with thin bodies, but these ABC bodies are pretty goddamn thick. Wherever there are any complex forms in the body, some snipping was necessary, so thank the good Lord I had a pair of these high-quality Lexan snips. I wanted to leave as much overlap as I possibly could just in case I made a few terrible but likely mistakes. The front was the hardest because I had these bad boys to fit. And I don't think they're intended for ABC bodies. After a lot of trimming, I finally got it all to fit together, and I have to say it's looking pretty fucking dope. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking pretty fucking rad-tastic. That's it for this episode of the Scale Drift Project. Visit me every Monday on YouTube and daily on Instagram. Do not forget to thumbs up this video, leave me a comment below, and who knows? You may be walking away with a set of those sweet-ass Recaros. K-pop out.